So I had to go back to that junkyard. I ended up laying inside that car without knowing where that spider was, bro. I was tripping out, bro, the whole time.
I'm not gonna lie, it was on my mind whenever you said you're going back to the junkyard. So Braven got up this morning, ran down to the same junkyard, went and visited our Prelude friend down there, and got, what all did you get? The whole fuse box.
Yeah, so it's the interior fuse box. I got the engine harness, and then also the immobilizer box. So right now I'm putting this other ECU back in there just so I could have matching key, ignition, immobilizer box, and ECU. So it's all batching 100% to get rid of the immobilizer thing that everyone's
potentially that's what it is. Yeah. So I mean that's the only other thing other than wiring that it could possibly be. So
we're gonna try that first.
Speaking of wiring, you also
got the engine harness.
Entire engine harness.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, he just sent it this time. He's like, screw it. The engine harness cost him $100, bro. So if we don't end up needing it, throw it in the comments down below if anybody needs an engine harness. He's gonna do the immobilizer and all that kind of stuff when we get it started without having to swap the engine harness. That'd be dope. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll have another harness for sale if you guys want it. $100.
All right, so I put the immobilizer box from the junkyard Prelude. I have the key and the ignition from the junkyard Prelude ECU. So I'm pretty sure that's every single thing that would be matching. So I think this would get rid of the immobilizer problem. So hopefully we get spark, or hopefully we get it's a fire up, but we'll see. Green light comes on and turns off. Nice. Nah, I don't think it has spark. Nothing?
Why? Oh, damn, bro.
So whenever I'm cranking, the immobilizer key light comes on.
Really?
Yeah. You see it right there?
Yeah.
It's like flashing.
I wonder if there's some kind of like relearn process or something you gotta do with it, or
maybe. I mean, I just disconnected the battery and reconnected it, so I mean.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I would think like that this wouldn't be any different from like taking the battery out of the car and then putting it back in. Like I know you disconnected all this stuff and put it all back into another car, but it's all the same stuff from one car now to the other. I don't think any of this stuff would be acting any different as if you disconnected the battery on the other car, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know, I'll look it up, do some research real quick and then see. But that's all we can really do. See, now it's flashing. It's flashed.
Immobilizer?
Yeah, it flashed a certain number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it flashes 5 times. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's something in specific, but we're gonna keep you guys updated and let you guys know for sure. Alright, so I did a little bit of research and figured out that basically if it's flashing 5 times with the key still in the ignition, because I mean if I pull it out completely, of course it's going to turn off. Basically if flashing 5 times means that the immobilizer system is working correctly. At least that's what I read. I'm only reading like forums from like 2008. Basically still no spark, so I think that I'm just going to end up pulling this engine harness and throwing this other engine harness in. I realized while I was at the junkyard that it wasn't too difficult to take the engine harness out. It was just more of like it was really greasy and like gross, so I ended up cleaning up the harness. It's out here drying now, but now it's clean. I just gotta make sure it's dry 100%. So yeah, see a little bit of water in it still. Just make sure it's dry 100% before I put it on. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting the old harness off. Yeah, that's funny. What is that? Alrighty, so we got the new harness here now, so about ready to throw it in. A lot of the work is like kind of tedious, moving around and kind of hard to record, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in and then show you guys whenever it's in. My dad over there working on his video. Say hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Engine harness is completely in. Put the battery back in as well. So basically now we just gotta try and see if we got spark, which we do. You know, positive words only. Dad, you trying to help me out?
What the hell?
Record this clip for me.
Oh goodness, here we go. Send it, puppy.
I don't know why I'm gonna open this one.
Raven is not motivated to turn this key right now. You know what I chalk it up to? It's a Honda, bro. They don't want to start, they just don't start.
I don't know what it is. Yo, what's up guys? So today is a new day. I basically like ran through the whole car and stuff like that and figured out exactly what the problem is. Well, kind of. Well, I figured out what the issue is. I haven't figured out what's causing the issue. So I'll explain to you guys right now. So if we go ahead and turn the ignition on. All right, ignition's on. Fuel pump's priming. Everything's good to go. You go here and we'll take this tester here, which I already know it's getting 12 volts, right? Right here, right? With ignition power. This is the main power to the distributor. It is getting power, right? So, while my dad was here, I had him crank the engine over while I had the actual, so I had the probe here on it. So basically it'll tell me the exact voltage that's running through it. So it's running and getting all the voltage that it needs, but whenever you go to crank it, it completely cuts out power to that main power wire there. I'm not 100% sure what the issue is, but if I do supply power to this wire here, then it starts. Basically what I'm gonna do right now is set you guys up so you guys can see me do this. It's kind of hard to do it by myself because like I said, I gotta add power there, but then at the same time, I need to start the car. So I think I'm gonna make a little wire just to go from here straight to the battery for now, just to add constant power to it. And then we'll go ahead and start this thing up for you guys. All right, so we got a little ghetto rigged little wire up here for now. Basically all that's doing is adding a constant power to the distributor. Now all we need to do is figure out what is causing power to be getting taken away from that while it's cranking. But for now, try to start this thing like this. All right, test number 1. See how this goes. Alright, so as you guys can tell, if I jump straight to the starter, which is really weird. So if I jump straight to the starter and start it from the starter, it no longer takes away power from the distributor while I'm cranking. So it's got to be an ignition problem. It's got to be something inside the ignition wiring that is drawing too much power and or cutting power going to the distributor. So going straight to the starter, it gets rid of that issue. I don't know what, I don't know how, but she's running. So honestly, I'm not gonna ask too many questions for now. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is get everything. Oh, I'm not sure exactly why it shut off. It lost power going to here. That's weird, right? It's super, super weird. Okay, lost power going to there, but let's see. Okay, we're running out of voltage now. Put this thing back in the charger. so sorry for the 32-minute clip, but technically the first drive, I'm gonna put some coolant in it right now because it has no type of coolant at all. All right, so now that it's running, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. We need to put some coolant in it because it has nothing at all. All right, guys, so we got this thing running and driving, but the big problem that we're having right now at the moment is I can't really drive it because of the front tire. Here, I'll show you guys. So these tires are like shot. If you could tell on the bottom here, it's like completely separating from the tread. These are the wheels off of Max, and then also my dad's billet VMS racing wheels on the back. So those clearly aren't gonna stay on the car for very long. So we have, I don't know what to do with my hands. So we kind of have like a task list of stuff that I need to get in order to get this thing actually drivable. I need front sway bar links, and also I need wheels for this thing. So I'm gonna for sure go pick up a set of wheels that one of my friends have for sale, which you guys are gonna see them whenever I get them. It's kind of hard to explain, but y'all see them. And then I'm also gonna get some front sway bar links so that, you know, because that's the only thing in the whole suspension on the front that I've seen that needs any type of work. But whenever we get back to actually install the wheels and do all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna end up cleaning the wheel wells really well and make sure that there's nothing else that needs to be replaced, because we don't want any bad bushings or blown anything like that are gonna cause it to, you know, not ride comfortably, because we are trying to flip this thing, but we also still need it to be a nice and reliable car. So on the road we go to go pick up these new wheels. All right, so I just made a home for picking up these wheels. I have not picked up the sway bar end links yet. That's actually gonna be something I'm gonna do after cleaning these up. So they are pretty dirty and they do need tires. As you can tell, they're really filthy, so we're gonna actually go ahead and get these all cleaned up. So we need pressure washer, degreaser, you know, super clean as usual, and some scrub brushes and stuff. So let's get into that.